Well, it all comes down to this. The season finale is here. It's in Joltis. We are going to be crowning a new champion that's going to come on by. Cannot wait to see what's going to happen. Let's get down your starting lineup. On the pole, we got James Qualls. Next to him, Joshua Osborne. Third, Benjamin Miles. Fourth, Wes McCoy. Fifth, Angel Navarro. Sixth, Zach Rogers. Seventh, Sebastian Kukla. Eighth, Carter Friesen. Ninth, Kyle Keith. Fleet top 10, Kyle Matthews. Here's the rest of your starting lineup from 11th and 12th on back. And when we get through the lineup, we're going to go through all of the championship competitors and where they stand. And on the front row, we have Nathan Hudson and Rob Evans. The reason why I said we will have a new champion, Rob Evans, will not be competing. He has 3 points too much on the cut line. We start off with our first one, the long shot driver of them all, Zachary Fitzwater. I remember he won the Universal Orlando Cup Series about a couple months ago, so he's looking to see if he can win an NNSCRA championship. Sebastian Kukla in car number 43. He has had sweet redemption. He's had a terrific year. There's where he starts right there. Kyle Keith in the 93. Finally, will get an opportunity to battle for an NNSCRA championship. That's where he starts. Levi McIntyre in car number 99. He's third in the points. That's where he starts. And then the two that's been previously mentioned many times, they are tied for the points lead. They include Michael Norman, Mr. Consistent, and right behind him, Carson Gum in the 10. Those are all your championship competitors coming on into this race. One is going to be crowned a champion. But first, of course, as usual, we got to go trackside to get those famous words of motorsports for the final time this season.
Drivers, start your engines!
There's the command. It is showtime, ladies and gentlemen. This track has been so dang popular on this channel. So unique, so awe-inspiring. And with this series entirely, it gets really crazy. The way how these cars run, oh boy, you're going to be for a show. Someone may die too. I'm hoping not. Anyways, as you noticed here, Zach Rogers, your previous race winner. Of course, not bound for a championship, but he's starting quite a ways back in that 6th position. I thought he was starting way more farther back, but he's not. Miles starting 3rd, nearly got a win. And of course, Seth Cole, with the great finish he had, if he got the win, he would have had a chance, but unfortunately was not able to solidify that run. Qualls in the 19 there, just missing out on that battle for the championship, but he had a great season. He won at DC earlier, but he's going to try to see if he ends on a high note. One more win would be nice. Chris Dollart's in the 88. Forgot to mention this is his final race altogether here on this channel. One last race. Can he get a win on his final farewell? Here we go. Pace car down pit road. 16 laps. The finale is here. Who wins the championship as we're green and Joltis? Every time we come to this track, I always get really excited because of the fact that, yeah, it may be an SS, but this is probably one of the more crazier tracks that has ever come to fruition that's on this channel. Precisely this version as well, 2004. 2011 does have some good runs. It has better angles, but the racing that comes on 2004 is so awe-inspiring, so awestruck, you just are bound to see such crazy, crazy shenanigans. Deaver's really trying to make it 5 wide already. You see in that 3 car. And he is going to stick the nose. Kyle Matthews trying to get back in line. A little bit of contact, but they're going to keep it back together. Now James Qualls in the 19. Having the lead for now, but Kukla wants it. Oh, they're already crashing. A huge crash. Trent Dunham is around. Wes McCoy's around. I seen Carson Gum was around in the 10. I'm not too sure who else. Kyle Keith made a bye, however. Same for Kukla and same for Zachary Fitzwater. We will look at whoever else got involved in a bit. I think I just seen the 18 of Michael Norman. You seen him in the rear of the field. Or, oh no, that's Vince Freeze. My apologies. That was Vince Freeze. Now the moment of truth, and Rob Evans, Jessica Shelton, Jesse Turner, another car in pit road, that's Mitchell Collins, or Adam Garcia. We'll go to this thing because you'll probably see it better. Pollard the 3rd, Jay Jefferson, Trent Dunham, Zach Rogers, Wes McCoy, there's RJ Bishop, McIntyre. That's going to end his championship hopes just like that. Benjamin Miles, Kev Shear. Michael Norman did get a piece of it. Both the championship competitors that were tied in the battle for the points got some damage. Aaron Macklin with some damage. He's had a horrible season. Dylan Young, it's going to end his title hopes right there. And Freeze is clean. So, we are under caution for the first time today. We're going to take a look at ourselves our first caution. Coca-Line, the leader. Let's take you back. See ourselves that first caution. All right, welcome back. Take a look at ourselves the first caution. You've seen that they were going 6 wide right there. Definitely not a good strategy to do. Contact's going to start, I believe, with the 44 of Adam Flickinger and the 32 of Kev Sheeran. Indeed, the case that was. They go into Dunham. Another wreck behind. We'll look at that in a second. There's Gum and Norman getting involved right there. And look at Trent Dunham and Wes McCoy. Holy cow. Them cars caught air. Kyle Matthews spinning the inside there. There's Rob Evans. He's actually spinning. And he missed. Oh, he got a small piece of it right there. But he keeps going. We have gotten word, though. He's got some front-end damage somehow. Stick with the 8 for right now. Then we'll look at Norman and Gum and then the secondary wreck. Turner spinning out in front. Oh, Evans is running right towards the smoke. He's trying to avoid. Oh, and he just runs straight into the front of the car. Nowhere to go. And Jay Jefferson, insult to injury, plows right into him. And there you see the black smoke on both cars. That KOs their days right there. Got to look at that wreck one more time there. Let's see if we can get a look on TV too with where Aaron Macklin is. I don't know if it's going to be much of a view, but it's worth a shot. Now remember they wrecked up in front there. See where Pollard the third, RJ Bishop, Levi McIntyre was, right around there. See, they wreck right there. Yeah, Pollard and Bishop really made contact right there, and there's where Gum and all them get involved. Go back to helicopter real quick. There's Kev Sheeran in there, RJ Bishop. There you're seeing Gum. He took the worst of the damage. Norman, you've seen him went around, and he does have some damage. Carter Friesen gets a small piece right there of the 18, which also, he actually kind of pushes the 18 around. And then, oh, gets rear end damage from running into Trent Dunham and then runs into Levi McIntyre. His good buddy right there. See where Jesse Turner was in the 17 and kind of seeing what happened over there because, oh man, Rob Evans, he just hit the heck out of him there. Oh, there was another incident. Keep an eye on Kyle Matthews in the 5 there. Oh, Kev Shear got into him right there. And then go into Adam Flickinger into Vince Freeze. Oh, man. I don't know how Flickinger and Freeze kept it together. They barely did. There's where Freeze is going to get some front-end damage right there. Oh, and then Flickinger went back up the course. Goes into Turner, into Aaron Macklin. And Dylan Young nowhere to go into that one there. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Chris Dollerton just barely gets through that one somehow, some way. Like, I mean, barely. You couldn't even... I don't know how he made it through there, but he did. Wow, that was close. So that explains Jesse Turner's mistake. And then Adam Flickinger just gets loose. He goes into Dylan Young, but they keep it together after that. And then Rob Evans just... Oh, man, just right in the front end of that DeWalt Ford right there. And that's going to end their seasons right there. Well, let's take some onboards, primarily the championship competitors. Onboard Carson Gum, your Daytona 500 leader, and actually was the leader of the co-points there at the time, the tiebreaker. Yeah, just nowhere to go into that incident right there, and we don't have any word, by the way, because he is going to come down pit road this time by. So that's a look at Carson Gum's view. Let's look at it, the other co-points leader, Michael Norman. On board, Michael Norman, the 18. Check out his view in the Interstate Batteries Pontiac. See, he really didn't get a lot of damage right there, but we've seen where, he's gotten involved. We actually got a word up ahead. There's actually someone that is flipped over on the roof. Not sure who, but we'll take a look to see if one of them was the championship competitors. Maybe Jeff. Oh, right there. That's it's Jay Jefferson. Oh, what happened up there? Oh, we'll look at on board with Jefferson. Why not? We're in the cockpit with Jay Jefferson. We have gotten word he's the one that flipped over. Take a look at his view inside the cockpit in the helmet cam. See, he actually got through it, but then he gets clipped right there 2 times. There's the secondary wreck, or actually the primary wreck, I should say. There's Jefferson going into Evans. Now, what happens here? Oh, Adam Garcia's the one that flips him over. And lands on his roof with a couple other cars involved as well. Well, the final time I'll get to say this, on board Chris Dollarton. Somehow he's going to get through this wreck. Wow, he had Dylan Young all over on the outside, and then, wow, he barely got through Jesse Turner right there. Nice job by Dollarton getting through that one. And our final onboard is Johnny Gardner. Take a look at this. This onboard's going to be long, but watch what happens to the Napa Chevrolet. Wow, that's Trent Dunham and Wes McCoy flying around back there. Look, he actually gets through this wreck relatively good. He's woed up. Bishop just runs into Kev Shear for whatever reason. Probably a triggered factor there. Now, Johnny realized he's got cars all around him. He's trying to get around Kev. Smoke's everywhere. Then there's the primary wreck. Oh, wow, I don't know what happened, but he just ran into Zach Rogers. I don't know what that was about, but that is just, wow. That's sad. And we got one flyby we're getting word of. And there's a flyby of TV1 of that wreck coming on by. Wow, that was crazy. 3 wrecks in 1. We're going to go live in a bit to see what's going to be the outcome for Carson Gum and Michael Norman, as well as other championship competitors. Caution's out. We'll be right back. We are just seeing that Angel Navarro is coming down pit road, surrendering the 3rd position, it looked like, or I believe 4th rather. And he's coming down for an unscheduled stop. Is the 96 team. That is a tough break right there. Must have encountered a problem. You have 4th place at the time, so the McDonald's Ford's going to come down pit road, and they're going to take a look what's wrong with the car. But just a quick update what was going on before we go back to Green Flag Racing here at St. Joltis. Welcome back. You've not missed much here. Drivers out of the race after that. They include the following: Wes McCoy, Trent Dunham, Zach Rogers, Steve Pollard III, Johnny Gardner, Jay Jefferson. I've had a blank there. I don't know why I was doing that. Jessica Sheldon, Jesse Turner, Rob Evans, Adam Garcia, RJ Bishop, Levi McIntyre, Benjamin Miles, and Carson Gum will finish 29th. Will not be the champion. Tough break for Gum. And if my memory serves me correctly, I know it's going to be a bit of a pause here. Yeah, it looked like, Norman would actually have the tiebreaker right there because of the top 5s. So that is a tough break for the 10 team. A heartbreaker indeed here at St. Joltis, and that was not what he needed at all. Anyways, when we restart the field, Kukulon out in front, Fitzwater 2nd, Cole 3rd, Qualls 4th, Hamble 5th, Halleck 6th, Osborne 7th, Parker 8th, Miller 9th, complete the top 10, Cole Deaver. Rest of the top 20, Kyle Keefe, JT Bryant, William Brock, Nathan Hudson, Chris Dollarton, Jonathan Zorlin, Charles Sanford, Carter Friesen, Mitchell Collins, and Michael Norman will restart P20. Green flag back underway here at St. Joltis. Other drivers that came down pit road other than Navarro, they include, well, that we were already leaving, were Matthews, Zach Winkle is going to be really slow, Vince Freeze, Adam Flicker, Dylan Young, Aaron Macklin, and Kev Shear. And you can see that 0-2 is really slow, and I don't blame Navarro. Get whatever you can to get around all these damaged cars and hope for a quick caution. The driver I would want to work with has to be that 44 right there, or even Vince Freeze. Because you know, Norman, you could see that damage visible to the naked eye. The car's going to be slow, and Navarro needs to stay on that high line. I was going to say go low, but Norman is not going to be nice. So, well, there goes that. Meanwhile, though, up towards the front. Kukulon with a nice lead over James Qualls. In the 19, he just got recently eliminated after Kansas the last race. He wants to go out with a bang, get his second win of the season. And then you got drivers that are looking for their first wins, like Andrew Miller, Joshua Osborne, Derek Hamill, Nathan Hudson, William Brock, Charles Sanford, Cole Deaver, and of course, Chris Dollerton. You can see Navarro got held up too much there, and that is going to hurt him. And look at Vince Freeze, Kyle Matthews, and Carter Friesen. They're trying to do what they can to get into that pack. I just don't know if it's going to be enough, though. They're about the same speed. Where even Freeze is trying to reel in Matthews and Friesen, but it just does not look good. You can see Navarro, he's off the pace. And those three that I mentioned, they are doing whatever they can to keep themselves going for one more victory. I think Freeze, he's going to catch up to those two. But Friesen and Matthews, they are losing the pack. That is a tough break right there. There you see Fitzwater, Seth Cole. Look at him, going to go 5 wide again, coming into the turn. Oh, they're pinching right there. Phil Parker and Jack Halleck, that's a bit of contact right there. I would be wise that they're going to give some room. Yeah, the turns, you really want to be careful, especially off that turn right there they were just a part of. That's where the caution came out. Wisely tucks back in line. Kukulon, though. What a car that 43 has had. And no doubt about it, he's going to have an extra 5 bonus points for leading the most laps. But the main question can be said and done. Can Kukulon catch up to Michael Norman, the 18? Remember, Norman is still continuing. Right now, 26th. He just ran his fastest lap, too, at that point, even though it's damaged. Still. Right there. That's 16 points of a gap right there between those two. Just a real quick, I know it's going to pause. 35, and oh, Kukulon, I don't know, man. You see what those bonus points got right there. Got the 5 for leading a lap and an extra 5 for leading the most laps. Being 25 positions. And just right now, oh my goodness gracious. Well, you're in for a shock. If Kukulon actually wins the race, Kukulon's going to get the championship. Because of Kukulon winning the race, Kukulon would get 2 wins, and that would win, I think, by the tiebreaker with wins. And yes, indeed, in case that is correct, he would win the tiebreaker, Kukulon, because of the wins. Wow, that is something that Kukulon's going to have to hold his breath. He's basically in a must-win situation now. Seth Cole, he's got nothing to lose right now. Kukulon's already done his part. Now it's just a matter of timing to go out there and lead, coming to the white flag, let alone the checkers. Kyle Keith in the 93, trying to do what he can. Not only lead a lap, but, you know, as far as leading the most laps, that's out the door. It's gone. Actually, I know it's going to pause again. Just a quick double check, though. Yeah, Zachary Fitzwater, that has mathematically eliminated him from the championship competition. Kyle Keith is 25 back from that battle between Norman and Gum when we were going to the green. So Fitzwater mathematically eliminated, so he's not going to win an NNSCRA championship on this channel here, but he could help out. You never know. Remember, Norman, 26 right now. I believe that is where he's going to finish. Unless another wreck happens, going to knock out some drivers. I just don't see it happening, though. Seth Cole leading a lap right there. Look at this. Friesen. Look at actually Vince Freeze is actually catching up to the pack all by himself. Friesen flat out lost it. And look at Vince Freeze in the pack. He has not given up, and he's now in the mix. Talk about a hard fight for the 14 team. They didn't give up, And now they have a shot for the win. Dollarton, that 88, trying to also go out and get a final win on this channel as a final send-off. Osborne now trying to take the lead from Collins. Osborne, ironically enough, won this race in the Universal Orlando Cup Series, so he knows how to win at this track. Jonathan Zorlet has a shot. Trying to get this win. Every one of these drivers do, but I'm telling you though, Kukulon, if I were him in that 43, I would wait to go for that lead. I would chill in the back till about 3 to go, and then work your way up from there. Hell, even 2 to go if necessary. Zorlin leads at the line, barely over Osborne. Now you see Zachary Fitzwater, Charles Sanford, and even Sebastian Kukulon working his way up. Michael Norman knows where he's at. There is just a lot of question marks because the other driver that he has to worry about is Kyle Keith, and he hasn't even led a lap yet. I'll tell you, if that 93 does, it may play a difference factor. I'm not too sure. Because that will be the main eye. If that 93 can lead a lap, that's going to really determine that battle for the championship. Still, though, when we come to the line, we'll be 5 laps to go here at Joltis. Zorlin, Fitzwater, the top 2. Kukulon under fire from 3rd with Jack Halleck as Phil Parker. 5 wide toward the rear of the pack. Now they settle back out to 4. I don't know why they're using the high line. That's a very unorthodox type of move, and that's going to allow Fitzwater to go for the lead as the 29. Because remember, for Fitzwater's sake, he needed both Gum and Norman to be out of the race like that, like a snap of a finger. And not only that, the 29 had to lead the most laps like what Kukulon is doing right now, but that already knocked him out of competition. Hudson now to the point. We'll get it. Look at Miller. Look at Brock. Look at Qualls. Look at Collins. Look at Hamill. All those drivers making that appearance to get that lead from the 21 to Hudson. No luck whatsoever. Drivers in that rear of that pack there, Dollarton and Matthews just trying to do what they can. Friesen. Navarro. You can see Navarro, it's too late for a caution. He was hoping for that caution a little earlier. And it's not going to be. Because if a caution comes out now, that race is over. Hamill now to the point. Kev Shearer, Zach Winkle, and Michael Norman are all in turn 2. And Winkle and Shearer may actually pass Norman. I can't even fathom if that will happen, but it is possible. They're all going the same speed. If they pass, this will help Kukulon and Kyle Keith more and more. But remember, if Kukulon gets that win, doesn't matter with the tiebreaker. He's got it. Deaver now working underneath there. 5 wide yet again. You can see they can do 5 wide, but no problem. But once it goes to 6 and above, that is where the line is crossed. And all of a sudden, a wreck can happen within a matter of seconds, like a snap of a finger. Look at Deaver slipping underneath the leaders right there, going for the lead. And now Charles Sanford trying to go underneath. They're going to try to go 5 wide for the lead. Deaver trying to shut the door. And will do so just in the nick of time. But Kukulon's in a really bad spot you're seeing. Someone is going to be a winner. Someone's going to be a champion. 3 laps to go here at Joltis. Deaver led at the line. Man, they're racing really close towards the rear of that pack, and one of those cars is unfortunately Chris Dollarton. using that extreme low line. And Kugelon, ever since he's lost that lead, he's been stuck on that high line. Now he's been stuck in the middle line, and they're going to go 5 wide behind him. Look at Kugelon down the middle, though. Freeze, being a good friend, will help out the 43. And back to the point goes the Cheerios Dodge. At least for second, rather. That 43 team is on pins and needles right now. I can guarantee you right now, I think this is their sign saying they're going for it. They're pushing the chips. But is he going to get the wins? The question mark. Qualls with no draft. Kugelon, back to the point goes the 43. This guarantees him right now the championship. Norman still ahead of Winkle and Shear for now. 2 to go when we cross the line. We've kept caution free since that wreck. 2 laps to go for Kugelon. But now is under fire from James Qualls. A little too early for the lead, and that may pay him the price. Still, anything can happen. No one else in Joltis how wild this race has been and how crazy these races are. Kugelon trying to use that high line from Cole Deaver, but James Qualls, he's definitely going to get that lead off the corner. And we'll take the lead. Here comes Kyle Keefe for second. Where's the 93 been all of a sudden? You know he wants that lap led, but I guarantee you the time is ticking for both of those drivers. Parker trying to look underneath. He's going to go underneath. 4 wide for the lead. Look at how close it... Oh, my goodness. Look at how tight they're going to be coming off the turn. And this is where they wrecked under the caution that first lap there. They keep it clean here. Kugelon is in a very bad spot. He's got to get to that inside line quickly. But look at how tight they're going. 6 wide coming off the turn. Man, I thought that was going to be a wreck right there coming. Kugelon cannot afford a caution right now. Let alone a wreck right where he's at. White flag at the line for Joshua Osborne, the 20. We're sticking with our championship competitors. Kugelon falls to the rear of the field. He knows, man, he's got to hope and he's got to pray. He's got to get to that inside line now. And I mean in capitals, but someone's blown up the motor. And a problem for William Brock in the 4. That's what Kugelon needed. Could that be saving grace for the Cheerios Dodge? Meanwhile, still racing up in the front. Zorlin and Osborne still out in front. Quick look at Norman. Still ahead of Winkle and Shearer. They're off of turn 3. Right now are those drivers. I don't think they're going to be approached. Look at Kugelon. Back to the inside line goes the 43. However, he got too much of a run. He's in the middle right now. I don't know why he's in the middle, but that's a very bad move. But he's getting the draft, though. Here comes the 43. I don't know if it's going to be enough for Kugelon because Donaldson and Deaver are underneath. Hudson trying to go underneath. At the line, though, coming to the stripe. Zorlin. Going to put a block on Osborne. That's going to seal the deal there. Checker flag. Zorlin wins the race. Sebastian Kugelon will come away in the 5th position. I am not sure if it's going to be enough. But we're sticking with Michael Norman for right now. Because remember, every point matters at this point. Winkle's trying to do what he can to at least get to the bumper of the 18. But you can see Kev Shearer's lost ground on the 0-2. We're sticking with Norman in case he has an issue. I guarantee if he blows up or has an issue, Kugelon's got the championship. I really don't know who's going to get this championship, though, and we're waiting until the full official results are coming on by, but Zorlin is the well, I don't know why I said champion, is the winner of the race. As far as the champion's concerned, it's probably going to come down to Michael Norman, Sebastian Kugelon, and Kyle Keefe. Actually, Kyle Keefe did not lead a lap, so it's going to probably be down to Norman and Kugelon for that battle. But Michael Norman, you see, scored 26th at the, or 25th rather, Wow, actually, Winkle had passed him earlier, but he passed him right back. Oh, man, I just don't know. Oh, that's the reason why. It's because of William Brock's mishap. That's the reason why. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not too sure who's going to be the champion. But you are seeing Jonathan Zorlin, the race winner. And they have told Kukulon, we don't know yet. Same for Kyle Keith, but I think it's safe to say for Kyle Keith's measure. Because Keith was a total of 25 back. He did not even lead a lap. And of course he didn't even win, so that's going to signify he's out of it. But 35, he gained the 10. So that also puts him at 25. And you've seen from where the 43 finished, which was 5th. And then Michael Norman, when he crossed the line, he came away 25th right there. And I think that's going to signify who's the champion right there. Ladies and gentlemen, your champion for the T-Mobile Cup Series in his return to the series, let alone the channel, is Michael Norman, and car number 18 is going to get the job done by just a few points. Unbelievable job for Michael Norman, who got involved in the accident on lap 1, fell out of the pack, and was trying to hold on for dear life off of Kev Shear and Zach Winkle, is going to get the job done. Congratulations to Michael Norman, the Season 6 NNSCRA T-Mobile Cup Series champion. What an unbelievable season he has had. And you know, that win that he had that took the points lead from Gum, it was a back-and-forth battle. But in the end, Norman going to be victorious here today. With a battered car, he's going to get the job done. So here are your results coming into this race. Top 10 was Zorlin, Parker, Osborne, Deaver, Kukulon, just short of the title, but what a valiant effort regardless, though. Dollarton will come away 6th in his final start, not just of the series, but on this channel. But it looks like, for the most part, Kyle Keith will come away 7th, Nathan Hudson 8th, James Qualls 9th, and Zachary Fitzwater completing the top 10. Rest of the other drivers that, you know, were seen before. Michael Norman, 25th. If it wasn't for William Brock that had that issue, it would have been much closer, but still, he got the advantage right there. And in the end, that'll do it. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, be sure to give it a like. Comment your thoughts. Subscribe to the part of the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Congrats to Zorlin one last time in the victory. And congrats to Michael Norman, the champion, one last time. Until then, thank you guys for watching an incredible season here in the T-Mobile Cup Series on this channel, as you've been watching production of the NNSCRA offline racing at its best. We'll see you for when the NRSL comes around on this channel. And until then, thank you guys for watching. Till then, goodbye everybody from Zen Joltis and Truth or Consequences, New Mexico.